Hey everyone, I'm late again. I was gonna do a live. Sometimes when I wasn't gonna do a live and I try to do live and it might suck, I might just delete it. Well, not, well, yeah, delete it or private it. I don't know. As I said, always we'll see how the night turns out. But I don't feel like, I don't know, I feel so fucked up like, and not even really want to explain how I feel. Just, I don't know. And why I'm like, let everybody be asleep so I can just not do this. Like, I regret it. I'm like, I shouldn't have came here. But I'm trying, as always. Mm, Put in my other stuff so I can get to the chat if it ever shows up. More messages. There we go. If anybody, the people that were here last, or if you made it to the last night's ending, where I had to get off, it was because I was just, I always sometimes do other things on here while on my computer, and I'm looking at my bank account, my bank account, like online banking. I open it up, and then there's like basically start a checking account or start blah blah. Like I didn't have any account at all, but it's like, hey, I signed in. It's not like this is new or whatever. So I was just freaking out. Oh, I swear I had like a fucking because I couldn't reach the bank right away. It was like, you have to wait till 8 o'clock or whatever. So when did that change? When you couldn't call your bank anytime if there's a problem. So I couldn't do anything on there. And I was trying to like pay a bill or something. And then, so I went through the 6 hour panic because I'm just like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? Am I going to have the same problem I had before a few months ago that was horrible? And so, hi, Manu. But, so yeah, I just had to get off because I'm like, I couldn't focus. So it turned out to be just a glitch or whatever, but that was the longest glitch. Like I said, whenever I found out about it on here, and then till 8 o'clock, I was freaking out the whole time. So it's just like, yeah, thank you, Mercury retrograde. Uh, Rose, okay, hi Rose. If you come back in, just let me know because it's gonna take me a few times to remember your name. Oh, I forgot to take the. Can I take it off? Took off the translation. It's on all. But yeah, so anyway, last night, how it ended, that problem solved itself. It just took forever. And I was trying to tell myself during the time just to calm down and stuff. But my body doesn't work that way. My mind doesn't work that way. So, thanks, Mercury retrograde, full moon energy, that type shit. I don't have, alright, Rose. I don't have that in me to, not to stay calm during a situation that could jack up my whole life. I don't see how people do it. Like, don't worry and wonder how it is to live that life without just like always. I'm already like in survival mode all the time now, like all the time. And then when something's on top of that, it's just like my brain is just like I can't handle it, and I just no matter what I do, I can't make it seem like the worst is gonna happen. I can't feel like the day's just gonna be even okay because like I said, my baseline doesn't ever feel okay. Like the baseline emotion has never in my life felt okay. So I don't know how everybody does it. Like I said, to not worry or to pretend like they like to literally. I don't know if they don't worry ever or if they just convince themselves not to worry ever. Because, like I said, I don't know how it is to not worry all the time. So, yeah, let me see. I probably wait like my usual 10 or 15 minutes and hop up off here if no one gets on. And I don't think I've got into that night yet. But maybe tonight's. I think this is the longest I've ever gone with nobody hopping on that I like the general crowd of people. I don't think I've been like 6 minutes and something talking to myself. But those are the nights I fear. So it'll be like, yeah, thank you, Mercury retrograde, for making one of my worst fears come true with that too, and like me coming on and talking to myself. But maybe that's the universe saying, shut the fuck up and don't talk. You shouldn't be talking anyway during these times. I tell myself I'm going to learn a lesson every time, but I don't. I mean, I learned a lesson of pain and how you think, like, things can't feel more painful. There's no way that your heart and your soul could go lower when it comes to these emotions or feelings. Emotions, like, yeah, they can. They could go. It could get deeper. It could get worse. It could feel worse than it ever has. It's weird how low those things could go in your body. But the good things, like trying to be happy and having some fucking energy and just stuff like that, those are the things that are so, so hard to work on or reach, or no matter how bad you want it. That's why I always say some people have to live life in a very unfair manner, and then everybody else just judges them, not even knowing or having a clue what it feels like to live like this all the time, every day. Every thought is attached to something dark and depressing and burdened with anxiety. Uh, just every thought you have to live through that shit. Then all the other stuff life gives you. More and more and more and more and more. So yeah. Hi Jason, thank you. But that's why I wasn't gonna come on. Because I don't know what to do with myself when it gets this bad. Um so it's like, oh, I'm gonna help somebody else. That's the mission, but mm, hey Desi, my butt was about to hop off because I'm like, I don't like. I know I came on late, so probably everybody's sleeping. That usually waits for me. And I really don't have like a topic, but look, life sucks tonight. The things I will eventually get tattooed on me. It's definitely, if I ever get into a tattoo place, it's gonna be probably all writing because it's gonna be the things I've said the majority of my life, which is life sucks. Why me? Bite me 2 times. Those 100%. If I remember, if I make it to another tattoo parlor or whatever, those for sure are going to be somewhere on me because that's all I've ever wondered because of shitty ass life every single fucking day. I think Susan passed out her, and I feel her and I are feeling sick as fuck. I was falling asleep too, but nature called. I want tattoos. I need some fixed and new ones. Oh, so wait, you said you and her are feeling sick? With what? I had major allergy attack too today. That I was like, oh my gosh, is this a cold? Is this the flu? But thank goodness it was just a extreme allergy attack. So do you have I want tattoos, so so you never had. Oh no, you said to find. I need to fix some and new ones. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, she said she's been nauseous all day, and I've been nauseous and dizzy. I think Mercury Gatorade is getting to us. That's why I said when I was talking earlier. I was just like, thanks a lot, Mercury retrograde. Like, gosh, I knew when I was going into it. Well, like little stuff was happening. Then when you know it's gonna happen, it's like, oh, how's that gonna feel when stuff's already happened? It's like, okay, now I know. And when I get this down or whatever, it's so hard to talk clear because like it's like every emotion feels like it's just shutting down, and I find myself not making sure I talk clear, like I pronounce my words clear, so it sounds all muffled and everything. And I'm just like, that's how I fucking feel, like a muffled ass mofo, because I feel like I can't ever express myself without somebody getting hurt or whatever. It's doing something we both feel the same symptoms and nowhere near each other. You're going through it too, huh? Yeah, I'm not. I'm going through like I said, the not a sickness like I don't have the flu or anything like the allergy thing, but just what has been happening the last couple of weeks. That's been making me like want to dissociate and stuff. So everything slows down because I don't mentally want to be doing this every day. And I'm waiting for something to give, but I've been waiting for something to give my whole damn life. And I swear the last 7 years, it's been every single day. And shit keeps on like piling on or whatever. So I understand if you need to get rest and stuff. I appreciate you guys when you do hop on here, even if it's not for the long run. Um, like I said, I probably should have just cut my ass off here. If you express yourself and someone else gets hurt, then they're a selfish being and not the right one to open up to. You should be able to express yourself freely. Yeah, but then it's like every time I fucking do, it's like I lose, and I know that I'm I know that I'm not the wrong. I haven't, like I said, I'm not perfect or anything like that. I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything. But I am saying I have not intentionally ever done something to somebody that I love to hurt them or whatever. And so then when I'm just like, hey, like I'll take a certain amount of shit being talked to me, but when I'm like, hey, this is not me, like the other person, like you got to do something. Then it's like, oh, we're just done. It's like, damn, but I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be the one that could take, like, I could take, like, if I'm doing something wrong, somebody tells me, it's like, I could take it no matter whatever emotion I'll feel it at first. I always move myself into a neutral position eventually, just so I can understand the other person's thing and try to work through my emotion through theirs. I always try to do that shit. I always practice that shit. But no what matter what way I express it, for some reason it's finality. And it's crazy. But I know at the bottom of my heart, I know that I wasn't like in the wrong, and it's still fucked up to like lose people. Um, it's like I want every time to be different and stuff, and it's just like I know what finality feels like. I know when I can't like go back as a person and be like, okay, I could do this again, and then that's what makes it so much worse. As an adult, we should, yeah. So I know when I'm stripped down, that usually all the energy gets stripped down, and something like the electronic usually goes crazy and breaks. Did anybody get to see the moon? I didn't. I don't. I asked my daughter earlier if she had a chance to go out and see, but I don't know. She might have told me, and I don't remember because I've been so damn out of it. But maybe tomorrow. Sometimes you can see the moon like 3 or 4 days throughout before it starts going down. In my life, starting from a young age, I learned if people listen to react, then you are doing nothing but speaking your mind or expressing yourself, and they get upset and leave. I hold the door open. Yeah, it took me. It took me until I was in my 40s, like probably the good after like 45, where I was just like, well, damn, and like I said, I had to let go of a 30-year, thing and a 20-year, 20 something year. That's intense. That's not something easy. And then when it's something, like, oh, it's family members and stuff like that, it's like, how many have I gone through where I know there's no coming back, there's no trying to bond again or have a relationship, like that's like the worst thing. Especially when, like I said, look at what the world is now, and we should be having our tribe coming together, and it's like, it's gonna be a scary ass world. You're gonna want whoever you talk to be just right there to know, like, coming up with plans, like, where are we gonna be when this happens, and then what the fuck's gonna happen, like, if it happens, like, hmm. And then just the throughout the day when you usually make these exchanges with a person and they're just not there anymore, it's like there's that emptiness that comes with that. Um, it's too much going on in our While I was still playing the tiptoe game, yet everyone else tap dances all over you. It sucks because sometimes you get on good terms with people and then bam, they change. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. So that's where I am. It's just a major, major, major transition. I'm hoping what I feel doesn't have to be the end. But I do also know I am more sick on a daily, and older and everything else, and I do know that I gotta stop and save myself sometimes and not just go down drowning with the other person, which, like I said, I've done my whole life with people, period. Just that person. I want to be able to build you up. I want to be able to make sure you're okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It'll feel like that, but it's definitely not the end. It's just time to move forward and follow whatever path is set for us. Yeah. I keep on saying, this is not my life. You're gonna wake up. It was a nightmare. Did you figure out if other delivery services can deliver those donuts? No, not yet. Today was just like a little too jam packed with. Usually when I'm like this, I can't do anything really. Like the things it's just, I know you're not saying it seems easy, but in general, I know people think it's so easy to do simple steps or whatever, but when you're fucked up, sometimes you can't do anything. So I'm in that stage. And it's crazy because I want to feel okay because I know my grandbaby's like me where he picks up on everybody else's emotion. So it's like he'll run in there and bust in my room. He'll be almost running up to me, so happy to see me. But then there's that instant because he's like, "Damn, why are you feeling like this, lady? Like I don't want to feel this way." I swear, every time, even if I try to be like I'm so excited when I see him and stuff, it's not like I don't want to see him, but I still am like suffering and hurting, my whole body and always sick all the time and stuff. So I think he feels that he's just like, what like, uh, I feel I have days, weeks, and even months like that. To other people, daily tasks are simple, but to someone going through it, it's paralyzing. Yeah, it's paralyzing. It's dissociation. It's a lot of fucking things. Babykin wants to bring you. His baby loves you and his grumpiness though, because he's still. This is still day 3 of the grumpy grumpers for sure. And then he just knows. Oh my gosh, he just knows what he wants to attack in my room, and he'll be giving me things I haven't seen in fucking 5 years, and I'm like, oh my god, can you not? Can you stop going through stuff and listen to me? He just won't. In a way, it's like, well, at least I know I can throw away things if I haven't seen them 5 years, and he's given them to me, and I haven't used them. I know if I can start throwing away some of my stuff that I need to do anyway. But dang, he needs to listen. And then he thought he could just he just did where we stare each other down, and like I said, there's like the little I say the little who's gonna know who's gonna be alpha because he's gonna know I'm gonna be alpha. I don't care. He's just gonna know. But he still has not given up, and I think this is the first little energy that has not given up. So I'm like, dang, is he just all he? But today I had told him something, and then I just looked away to do something real quick. Of course, you always watch babies, but sort of looked down, and I said he's still in the same position, still and his arms like showing the little I'm ready to fight dance, and just dead staring at me. And I looked up and I had to laugh because I'm like, he is so serious in this. He is so serious to show me that he's gonna win this little dance we're doing. And I could, that was the first time I laughed when he looked at me like that. And I'm like, kid, you're not gonna win this, kid. Yes, oh my god, the amount of things I forget I owned until baby brings it to me. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's definitely a different. You have to like, even if I wanted to like go, dissociate off, I couldn't with him. There's no way. Like I said, when he comes in here, he knows, he's gonna be spending time with Nana and stuff like that. So, uh, definitely babies keep you, on your toes, and um, but yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. But I think part of his personality is definitely gonna be a grouchy one like mine. Mine is because he just does too much. Oh, that is cute. Nana's boy, and for him to even call me Nana, I didn't know what I was trying to think. I just didn't want to be called Grandma, but I'm like, oh man, every time uh I talk to him, and still I do. I say Grandma, come to Grandma, Grandma this and that. And then uh I just heard him saying one day when he was near the door, he was saying Nana, Nana, and I was like Nana, and I was like, is that me? Because I said I know how our Mama sounds. And then I was then now ever since he's been saying Nana, I'm like, oh okay, we're Nana now. So that was a big thing for me because I'm like, oh, he sort of chose that name. But at first he's a mama's boy. I think even second he's a daddy's boy after that. But he still has to have his Nana time for sure. Yeah, he chose my name. I couldn't. That's what I said. It's I couldn't think of one to keep on telling him or anything. Because ours was just basic grandma. But like I said, I didn't have a grandma that loved me, or so even from that, of course, I loved them just because they were my grandparents. But in all reality, there was like no closeness or anything like that. So I don't know how that feels. So, and I don't want him to feel like that ever. My nieces and nephew call me honey, so I hope I get wait G babies. Oh, if I get G babies, they'll call me that too. Oh yeah, and I don't know about grandma. That's too final. Yeah, yeah. I definitely didn't want grandma for sure, and I hope I break my. Well, in combination, it's probably gonna be grandma, but still Nana mostly because it's hard not to say grandma, but all I'm is I'm glad that that wasn't what he tried to say first for me. What the heck? We need to get um even though it's been me and you or whatever. Like I said, I don't know if it's been like this where it's just been one person, but even seeing sometimes that people that usually don't say anything or it could have just been people, a person or whatever passing through that could say, oh, hang in there, stuff like that. That's nice to feel that there's just not all, every single person instantly trolls or whatever. And now that I said I watch there be a Troy that could remind me, oh, but there's trolls too, as always. Has he started the hide and seek stage yet? You mean with like putting stuff places? Not for. I think so far the only thing they can't, if you're talking about objects, the only thing they haven't been able to find yet is the TV remote. But I'm sure that probably fell somewhere like on the side of the bed or something because he, now he has a whole bunch of play remotes, but he was really stuck on that remote for a while. He has a couple of play remotes and then a real remote, but no batteries in it. And then his hair's going from straight to curly, and that's a cute stage to see too. It's funny to remember how much that's how my daughter's hair did and all that stuff. Seeing him go through it too was you don't remember every single thing until you see it, and it's like, oh, well, that's what happened. It's weird to have babies. Like I said, my baby was 30 years ago, so her baby she just had, so 30 years in between babies in general. Yeah, both baby hides behind curtains, the couch, or a broom. Oh, okay, and he throws things away. Oh no, I didn't even think. Oh no, like your shoes and phone. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about. No, I don't think he's hide. I don't know if he does for them, but not for me yet. There's really nothing to hide. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Uh, in my room, but oh my gosh, I didn't even think about the throwing things away stage. Because that's something I think he's going to do. He definitely likes putting things other places and pushing things around. So my daughter's gonna get him like a little wagon, a toy wagon, because he seems to love to push just everything. So hopefully, if he has that, he won't be like trying to push my walker around and stuff like that. He'll start soon. Oh no! See, I don't know those stages because my daughter never through. She never went through that stage. She was a pretty much. She had very high energy and stuff, but for the most part, she was not. I mean, of course, you could. It's just stuff he does, she was nowhere close to it. Like, you have to be watching him. It's like if you try, if you're not paying attention, he'll like yell at you, like, you better pay attention to me. For her, she did a little bit on her own. She didn't need the full attention all the time. So I think that's a big boy girl difference. But I just remember she's always had the high energy type thing. You got to keep her entertained for sure. And that's the same thing as him. He's like he wants the entertainment. Like he be waking me up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, coming here to some nah nah. I'm like, that's just when I fell asleep. Oh, that would be cute. He'll put all the things in the wagon like keys, remote. You can get the baby hundreds of toys, but all of his attention will go on your important things. Yes, for sure. I can't believe how many toys blink like the one. Well, the one that I got him for his birthday or whatever. That one's the most horrible one I have. Is like a little guitar, and the base of it is just a huge circle that has flashing lights, and they blink like that. I'm like, they're so not. They shouldn't be a baby toy. They shouldn't be an any age toy because you shouldn't have something that could put somebody into something, even trance like, with that junk. That shouldn't be allowed. I feel like, because I don't think my daughter's going to return it. I really feel like trying to open that up and break that bulb or something, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. But if Flash is just too hardcore, um, and that really sucks because he really likes that dang thing. It's really like you're in a damn club and it's light up in there. That's how bright and obvious it is. And I see him looking at it and it's just staring. That's not good. For me, if anything gets like that, you know how you watch movies and it has flashing lights. I always avoid that. And when I see it in there, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is horrible. Oh my god, that little push toy with the popping balls is the worst. Wait, a push toy with the popping balls. I hope I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to, if you could, send me what it is so I'll know if it's not like a good thing. Well, I haven't seen that one yet. It's a guitar and it on the um I don't know what the longer skit thing of the guitar is, but it has piano keys, and then the bottom bass bar is just a huge circle that has flashing constant lights that never stops, and then it has little things that have like a cow, a cat, so it'll make the sound. And I think it's also, I don't know if that's the one that speaks more than English. I don't think so. But yeah, it was like an expensive little thing for it to be something that I can't even. I always try to face down and let him play the noises or whatever. But then it has a song on there that is not a song that should be on anything anymore. And I don't even know if they changed the words to the song. I should Google it and see. But that one song shouldn't even be played anymore. So it has two things that are bad about it. Two major things that are bad about it. Okay, thank you, because I really don't want to end up getting any more toys that that he shouldn't be playing with or anything like that. Alright, let me see. Let me go on there and see on my computer. I don't know how to say the song without the what's it called? The one little, two little, three little, then the offensive word pops up. I mean, that's the song. Like I said, I don't know if they changed it. Oh no, she hasn't. This thing flashes too? Or are you just saying it? Because that might be something she would get. And what does that thing do? But you know what song that is? But yeah, I was like, oh, because I was hearing, I was like, this is not the song that I know is the song to be on some dang toy. And then I'm like, it definitely is that song. No, the balls pop very loud and nonstop while being used. Okay, I'll let my dog know that. Thank you. Oh, you know what it is? I'm like, I cannot believe this is playing. And you know that toy was made recently. It's not like an older one. They know not to be popping that song up in there. But I know people that don't even think twice about those type of things. They're going to be singing the song and then there goes passing it down, to their kid. And they hid your comment about the balls. I don't know if it popped up because I hit show. I'm shook. Haven't heard that one in years. Exactly. And when it was playing, I said, my daughter was there too, and she's like, "There's no way you're old. They changed the song." I said, "Girl, when? I haven't heard it song. I haven't heard it said any other way." She just thinks everything's changed. All no, it's not like that. What ice accretion? Ice accretion. Fuck is that? Ice accretion. A weather alert just popped up and it said ice accretion statement. Do I want to know what that means? What the hell does that mean? I never heard that for a weather pop up. An ice accretion statement is in effect for your area. What the fuck does that mean? Oh my gosh. Now I gotta look up the word accretion. Dang, am I in the Twilight Zone? Uh, YouTube, we're talking about baby toys. Hell, exactly. What the heck? Accretion. Sorry, when I get a word that I'm like, what the hell is that? And then for it to be a weather alert? Accretion meaning the process of growth or increase, typically by gradually accumulation of additional layers of matter. Oh, why don't you just say ice on top of all the weather? I guess accretion is a good word, but damn, just ice is gonna be on top of whatever the fuck's out there. Whatever is layered out in the bitter cold is what. So I guess it might be topping over snow and stuff. I'd be googling too. Yeah, I'm like ice accretion. What the heck? Okay, I didn't want to tap on that because I knew it was going to start giving me some more news and stuff that I'm trying to avoid. I've been trying to avoid the news like everything. I don't know. No, it's like that instantly had me going to something that have you watched I'm like the things that it has been showing me like that I don't know if it's real. I sort of don't want to look it up if it's real. But where they have Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton answering questions about the lovely island that I'm sure won't go well. with me saying it on there. Like I've been avoiding social media too. I just can't with everything going on now. Yeah, I'm just wondering if that's real questioning or is it fake? Because I can't tell. It looks real, but why would they be dropping their stuff? Maybe they dropped everybody's stuff and I just haven't looked at it enough to, or whatever the names they decide to give us, for it publicly. Um, I wonder if all everybody's whose names they're gonna give us out there, and I just haven't been catching who they are. Oh, I heard something about it, but I don't know. I know they were named on the list several times, but they say they're innocent. Yeah. Well, I don't think it says. I don't. So far, I don't think it's saying that Hillary has been there. It's just saying you knew. Basically, your husband has been there, and why didn't you speak up on the matter? I haven't heard any question about her like directly being there or anything. I don't see how radio are they DJs or hosts, whatever you want to call them, could just be talking and then talking about a song, how they used to do it all, or well, they still do, just to not talk to people and just introducing songs and stuff. It's like, how do they keep that going when nobody's saying anything back to them? Um, like I said, I think I am every time I think I said something that made it slow to not even have trolls in here. Like, but I don't know what I said. I think I've been doing good days last couple days, but maybe it's just because I've been talking about, hey, I'm down to shit, and I can't try to pretend. So YouTube is like, yep, let's keep this to nobody now. I'm still trying to get this lovely video. I try to get the video idea in my head where I get, go live and on video, but so far I don't have like the whole general thing that I'm going to do when I go on video so that I'll feel prepared enough to get everything done. Uh, so I could push more hardcore towards that. Oh, Billy Boy says he didn't do anything, but on the island, I was like, you didn't do anything bad. Oh, anything bad, just like you did not have. Oh, that woman and the in hell. Oh, yeah, exactly. Um, I remember back when I heard that. I said that to a doctor before when it first was happening, and he said he didn't had inhale or whatever. I used that with a doctor, and that doctor looked at me like, yeah, whatever, bitch. uh, but and then like yeah, the whole sexual relations. It's like really, really. Why isn't this? Oh, because that one had to be shown. So I'm trying to think. What did you say on here? That's what I'm saying. When everything's slower and they just hold something that just doesn't have anything. What's bad in there? You two leave my channel alone sometimes. Give me a chance. I'm probably gonna end this at 1 hour, so I know you need your rest too. Um, I appreciate you staying with me. So we got 10 more minutes to go. But I know everybody else is just either sleeping or sick or just dealing with something themselves. YouTube's just bored picking on us. I know, but all the time. And it's like I always know because, like I said, there's no trolls even coming in here, which means it's not getting pushed out at all. So it's crazy. I really have to be not saying anything and then also not reading comments that are saying anything. Okay, you get some rest too and finish with your ideas. That's what I'm trying to do with my brain. Will not let me. It's so weird how it's no matter what you do when you're at a certain point, when your body feels at a certain point, it doesn't matter how much you push through stuff, your body still is ready, like, hello, this lifetime has been enough. You know what I mean? It's like this lifetime has been enough, doesn't matter if you push for more. Your body will be like, I am done. No, I am done. I was done 5, 6 years ago or 10 years ago, and you just want to keep on pushing zombie like, you know. It feels so zombified. I'm gonna have to go hype your videos so it gets pushed out. Yeah, I don't even know. So everybody has that choice of the hype thing. I don't even know what that was. I never see it on other people's stuff. Like I don't know where it is or anything. I don't know if it's because I use a laptop all the time. But I don't know if it's where the heck it is and what it does. Yeah, but today marks, I think, the slowest freaking thing I've had in since I started again, which is discouraging. But then I'm like, well, at least I showed up for myself. And like I said, I know people need to hear. You got to keep pushing, even though everything else has ended and stuff. It's just, hey, Winter Moon, how are you doing? Yeah, it's in the place where you can see playlist, posts, etc. Playlists, posts, etc. Oh, oh, let me see. Yeah, I don't see it. Where the heck it is. Yeah, at least you can still came on and stayed consistent. Oh, you're still not feeling any better, Winter Moon. That sucks. I've been keeping you in my prayers. Yeah, because she's been feeling sick for a long time. Oh, I know. I know that's probably a big reason why your immune system, your immune system gets compromised when you have something like that, unfortunately, because you're going to feel it extremely, so when that happens, your immune system's like, yep, well, I'm not going to help you out. I'm going to go lower and that's how things make illnesses worse and stuff. So I'm really sorry you have to be going through that. Um, I always miss my brother as well. Yeah, me too. And my mom things are bad. It all doesn't help. Oh yeah. Yeah, but people shouldn't be used to it. No one should have to be used to it. I don't know who that is. Just because it's people are living through it doesn't mean it's something that should happen. But I understand it does. Alright, Quartz, thanks. How's the dog? What's your moon? How's shit? Is it Shammy? You know I always suck at remembering names. All my bones. Shammy is okay. He worries about me. Yeah, they feel it when their owners aren't feeling well. So you want your prayer things ease up for you. No problem. Yeah, what I was saying was like people try to keep pushing. I'm always trying to keep pushing and trying to find ways to convince myself there's some other life that doesn't feel like this somewhere for me. For me and other people, like, oh, I just pray that people can get some ease in their hearts and their bodies and their minds and their souls. Um, Thanks. I pray for all of us. Things get easier, but less suffering and bullshit. Like I said, there's no the way the world's turning now in general with everything going on. It's like the ones that are close to you, if anyone, like it's time to like salvage anything that's of substance. These are the times where you need to know who your loved ones are, need to know who you want to be with in the end. Shit, everybody's like the end is coming and trying to think of a day or whatever, but just look what's happening that hasn't happened before. At least as long as I've been alive and stuff. So, this isn't stuff that countries have gone through before to this extreme. You know what I mean? So it's like, uh, I don't know. I think everybody in general's gonna lose a lot of things we can't control. And then it's like what you have in your everyday life needs to feel like love. It needs to feel like love. It needs to feel like support. And if it doesn't, you need to be able to talk about it. It just sucks. I have no one but my dog, and I'm always let down. And I understand that feeling. I know now. I stay with my daughter, whatever. And then I talk about the grandbaby. But me, I'm like personally separate. Everybody has their personal life separate from what some of your families. Most of my family's not that. Not they're not supportive, whatever. But I'm just saying, me as a person, I don't have like friends, and like I'm starting to get more social and feel like there are friends. But it's also where it turns so quickly. So, and then boom, poof, they're gone. So I don't have anybody. I don't want to say like I feel like I don't feel like right at this moment. I feel like It's not like that. It's changing a little bit, and I hope it stays that way. But I just don't know. I go out of my way and get shit on Cruel World. Yeah, my thoughts are that person is deliberately trying to destroy the U.S. because he was impeached, and he wants us to suffer for it for the rest of our years through the war and loss. I say the same thing. And yeah, because he's old. He doesn't have much years he got to put in anymore. So whatever happens and stuff, he doesn't have to, suffer like that. He's about to. How long is he gonna live? Stay close to your loved ones and get everything in order. Yeah, that's why when I had that bank thing happen, I'm like, oh no, the banks are gonna freeze everything, and we aren't gonna have shit. That's eventually gonna happen. People don't like, and I don't like mentioning it because it's a lot of political things, but the one world order is not going to be something where the average person is you're gonna get dwindled down to a fucking um literally being on the streets and wondering where you're gonna get your food and everything from. And so it's like you better have a fucking tribe that could, you know, to hopefully cover things with everybody to cover things enough where it doesn't turn into that. But it's scary for the people that have to do it on their own, or only have a little bit of people, and then you have a little bit of people and all the people have chronic illnesses. It's like, oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. Tell me why hubby's bank account was wiped out too today. That's what happened to me. He had to call and it'd be like, what the fuck happened? So see, let me tell you this. So to even know that happened to somebody else, meaning then and they didn't report it. It wasn't a major thing because I kept on looking. If something turns major, it's instantly on something. So this wasn't reported because it must not have happened to like a whole bunch of people all together. But I guarantee you that just wasn't a coincidence that it happened today the same way. I guarantee you it happened to a lot more people, but nobody reported it. So that's a big deal. Like for your account to be totally wiped out. And that's what happened to me. Like, what the heck? And then for me, I was calling at 2, 3 in the morning after I found out it happened. Thinking more like 3 or whatever. And they're like, oh, a representative will get to you at 8 o'clock. I've never called my bank and gotten that message before. I've always been able to get through. And to know that you have to wait till 8 o'clock, when your whole shit says it's gone. It was my credit and my bank account. So I couldn't use nothing through that account because it was pretty much non-existent. So imagine if I was in an emergency situation and needed my money. It wasn't there. It is a lot, and I feel guilty for bringing more children into this world. It's so crazy now, yeah. That's crazy, yeah. Literally left 62. They're saying he will see funds back in 2 to 3 business days. He was like, no, yeah, exactly. And to have such a, um, so mine just instantly started working after, like, um, right before I was gonna call. And I know it wasn't working because, like I said, I couldn't see there was nothing. And I even tried to Zelle because I'm like, well, if the money's there and it's just not saying, it's saying there's nothing there, I could still Zelle something. And nope, Zelle wouldn't work for me, nothing. So literally could not touch my money for all that time. Like it wasn't, like I said, I'm like, the whole thing was wiped out. There wasn't a balance. There was nothing. There was basically saying you could start your account, like if you needed to start an account, but it's like I have an account already, or I wouldn't have been able to get in with my password. But it just showed I had nothing. I didn't have a banking an account. I didn't have a checking account. I didn't have my credit line. Nothing was there, so nothing would work. So, it's a good thing I didn't have anything to pay, like that day and stuff. Even now, when it started working, even now I paid something that I had more of a balance, as in it says that my balance like is in the negative. So I got to keep on checking that to make sure they fix that and don't try to charge me for something that I literally have money in there, bitches. You know, when you're saying I'm uh below what I have in there, it's just I'm in the negatives. No, so it's really messing with me today for sure. So that's a scary thing. So also, a little warning: keep some. It's like they need to say keep some cash on hand, right? But we're gonna get to times where there's not money's not gonna be accepted. Money's not accepted in a lot of things right now. So imagine how it's gonna get in the future. And then if they could just totally wipe out what they could do electronically, and you have nothing, look where we're gonna be, people as a whole. You're not gonna be able to have, even if you have cash on hand, it's not gonna work. And then they could just freeze or delete the digital world. Look where we're gonna be. It's so scary. A lot of places always say card only. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's if like I've always was into conspiracy, and one world order was always conspiracy, and people always broke it down to how it was gonna go, and I always was like, well, it's not gonna get like that, at least not in my lifetime. Then it's like, well, damn, what if it's in my daughter's lifetime? If it's in my grandbaby's lifetime? Like, people don't worry like that when they're destroying the world. They have children, they have grandchildren. They don't worry that they're destroying the world, and in their bloodline's literally gonna suffer. Um, I emptied my account. I have trust issues still. Dang, I don't own a card because I'm back there. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like, uh, what if a lot of places you can't use money? Like you can't use cash on hand. That's gonna be a way bigger thing, and it's getting way more. It's happening way faster than it should. Already, no more pennies. You can't use pennies anymore. It's gonna go up to the nickel, dime, quarter. So, what we face as a world and as a people is disaster, and it's like people got to try to make their whoever they have close to their heart not feel like a disaster, because we're gonna be needing each other, and just shit. People need to be responsible, and what's the other word I'm looking for? And reliable. Responsible and reliable. Shit. I know that I am. So, whatever's going to be left for me in these last whatever years of my life, whether it be 5, 10, 20, whatever it be, like I need responsible and reliable. They were saying American money will be of no value soon. So that's what I'm saying. So what the fuck do we do? That's why I said, uh, I'm, I gotta make a funny joke because I don't give a fuck. what just popped up in my head, which I would never, I hope I would never do, okay? But for the people that do, you go, one thing I was about to say is whatever's never gonna die out as a way of paying for something. The lovely, you know what I mean. The mix, that's always gonna be something you can pay for something for. That's never gonna go out. That's the only thing I could crap up because nobody's. That's gonna be the one line that can save whoever. But believe me, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be asked out if it comes to that choice because I'm already asked out when it comes to that choice in just my life in general. But that's the only things that you know, that they're not gonna be like, oh no, we don't want that. Everything is so expensive and we have to make choices what's important and struggle, yeah. Medicine and rent and yep, and eating, yep, exactly. And they just took off one, like they're taking off some major blood pressure medicine or whatever. Um, that's gonna fuck so many people up. It got they're taking it off market, I think. So I forgot what what company it was, but they're taking that off. They're doing a lot of sneaky shit. They're doing a lot of shit that, especially people that wouldn't be able to know about if you're not ill. You know what I mean? When you're ill and you're depending on medication and stuff, that's a whole different world too that healthy people don't understand. And they're taking so much from that. Everything's our healthcare as a whole, it's just going away. Our hospital here, that's a major trauma unit, the only trauma unit, really. They just fired 120 people. It's like, why would you do that from the trauma hospital? It's the trauma and the only mental one left. Like, why would you fire 120 people? You know why? Because they're gonna lack at care. So being sick along with everything else and chronically sick, where that sickness is with you for life, or illnesses are with you for life, and nothing's gonna change that. Those are the ones that are gonna, or that know what it is now. It's not gonna. They know how it is. I damn sure know how it is. Mostly everybody I know how it is. Though you people that go through life and you're not sick, you'll never know, and I'm glad you'll never know. You know, but it's also like shut the fuck up because you don't know. It's like you don't know how it feels to be sick all the time, so just shut the fuck up. That's how I feel sometimes, especially when people ask, "Oh, you're not better." It's like you don't get better from chronic illnesses, bitch. That doesn't go away like a fucking broken bone. Even a broken bone, you're always gonna feel it once in a while in your life once it heals. But that has a chance of healing. Chronic illness, you don't heal from. Are you? I just feel like asking some people like, are you stupid? Like, do you not understand the meaning of chronic illness? And those are only for the people that assume you get better, not from the people that just ask if you're okay, like in general. These are people that know you and have the nerve, to assume it gets better. Being sick means they get to live. Being sick means they get to live in their multi-million-dollar mansions and drive their expensive cars and pay for their side pieces. New bodies, exactly. If we were all cured, there would be no hush money. Yeah. Chronically ill does not suffer enough. We need to worry about struggle more and not afford our medications or special diets or so on. Yeah. That's why I said there's people that aren't gonna understand that. They're not gonna. There's people that literally get to go to the doctor once a year and hear everything's okay. We'll see you next year, Bob, or whatever. Not always have to see damn doctors and go through all the shit. And like I said, I've been that way my whole life. Well, at least I could say at least at since 18 months when I've got a third of my body burned, you know. So I've never felt a body that hasn't been in tremendous pain. I don't know what that feels like. My growing pains were more freaking my body's ripping in places and mending itself because I didn't get grafted skin because my parents didn't agree with that. So I just had to have horrible skin ripping apart for a lot of years of my life, and for sometimes even this age, if something, stretches out or whatever, it still rips some stuff. Like, so even if I didn't have the other things, I've had that I haven't even felt like even acknowledged in most of my life because I was so ashamed of it, like it was my fault or something. Travel costs a lot too, yeah. What a wonderful world we exist in. I know I was trying not to talk about this shit, but shit, it's horrible to get to medical appointments and so on, yeah. Um, since YouTube slowed me down anyway, it's like I'm just getting some shit out. I'm sure you guys are too, because it's like it's not right to live in this world. It's really it shouldn't have to feel like this. And like I said, with all the stresses, your immune system is uh just it's looking at you like why are you still doing this? Like, do you not see what your body feels like? Do you not see where your mind is? What why are you still doing this to us, you know? I don't know if I read this one, but at least we know we aren't alone by talking. Yeah. We're on a negative trip, aren't we? Well, YouTube's not pushing me out anyway. That's what I said. I was in Mercury retrograde. That's just how it's gonna be. But like, I also know there's some people that aren't gonna return to the chat. So it's going to be hard to push through until, or if I don't know if new people will pop up, but it's going to be hard for a minute. So I know that I have to deal with this, and I appreciate like, anytime I talk about that, I don't want you guys to think that you're underappreciated. I appreciate it all. But it is hard to push on when the small group I did have is half gone, you know? So, some people, Winter Moon, aren't coming back. Um, so that's what I'm saying. I have to keep on pushing on because I'm like, there's going to be new. I have to believe there's going to be new, and just to keep on going. Um, I guess because you're asking why. I think because I don't know. I think people misunderstand how hard it is to to keep a channel going or whatever. I don't know. So when you have to make choices, and then I think they take it too personal. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about Susan. Uh, Larry's probably waiting for Larry Clock to pop on. I know his lovely 2 minutes. Well, it's been 2 minutes lately. Usually it's like 10 to 15. Well, he didn't even get out what he had for dinner. What was it? Yesterday? Did he come in? Uh, yeah, no, I don't think, um, I don't think so, Winter Moon. Not anymore. But because I don't want to be drama, I had to delete that Winter Moon just to let you know. Because I don't want people to uh, take something and go with it. Everybody that's been in this chat is always welcome back. And Mm, I don't know what else to do about it. But yeah, so there's that struggle now. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna like I don't ever beg people to stay. That's one thing that I will never do. So if I have to keep on sort of starting over in certain aspects, I have to keep on starting over. I miss a lot being gone. Yeah. But yeah, I can't like for me as a person, I worked so hard to just have a voice, and I just don't want to feel like I have to silence like who I am. The girlies are missed. Hopefully they'll come back on and join us. Yeah. I think if it was gonna happen, it would have happened. And then I know for one person for sure, we don't even go talk in other chats. So I know if it transferred to other chats to not saying hi or to not saying anything, I'm like, okay, well, there it went. Because if you stop saying that in other chats, you're definitely not going to come back in mine. But I see it happening a lot in bigger chats and stuff where you see main people in the little groups and stuff, and then suddenly one person's gone, then the other person's gone, then the other person. You're like, what the heck happened? I swear, um, there's a few of us that when we get together, that shit is so fucking funny and relieves so much stress. But then it's like, damn, some people don't talk to each other anymore, and it's like, damn, we'll never have that again. And I miss that so much. Like we used to be anybody's damn life we went into. If there was only the few of us left, that shit used to be the best fucking time. I don't care what anybody says. That shit used to be the best time. I've not been in any of the chats. Oh yeah, we know you've been sick though, Winter Moon. That's not how grown people should be, but understandable. Yeah, me. I disappeared from a lot of places that serve no purpose other. And like I said, I understand that. I understand people's decisions and stuff. It's just still like I understand and respect people's decisions, but it's still like we will never have even with Lonnie being gone and stuff, like we will never have those late nights that we would be cracking the hell up, even though we were all going through so much. um I know we have it here a lot too, but it was just like hopping channel to channel to channel, like that shit used to be fun. But yeah, how it is now. Like I said, I appreciate everybody, and I still appreciate what I have when I go into other chats. But it is weird when there's that little kink of, oh, somebody's not talking to me. Yeah, I don't know why. I know she is the biggest reason why I left other places. It was a promise to her. Oh boy, yeah. So that was, like I said, that was a big part of my life too, and you meant late for something that I've not been. Wait, did you some? Oh, it must have been held, maybe. Oh yeah, it was. Shammy watches the Wings, a dog channel. They have rave night. What? Wait, what is this? What is this winter moon? It's so small on my phone, it doesn't come up on my computer. Did I miss any more? See, I haven't been looking at my phone. Oh no, it's okay. I think that was the only one. Let me try to read it again. Shammy watches the Weens, a dog channel. They have raves and oh, late night. Okay, late night. Wait, but late night glizzy runs and go camping. What the heck? Um, she was a sweetie. Yeah, she was. Now I gotta see. Wait, I gotta make sure to go back and see what Winter's talking about. Um, wait, is it on here, Winter? The channel you're talking about? It's called Wings? I gotta see if I can find it before I. Oh, the Wings, is it? Is it the Wings? Oh my gosh. Wait, I think it is that. Oh my goodness, I can't believe they got all these dogs. Wow. And then to go camping with all of them. My goodness. Yeah, that looks. There's like 8 or 9. Yeah, I see. Watch the shirts and videos. It helps. Oh, shorts. What are these horrible commercials where they show people? We can't say nothing, but they're showing women on bikes like they're nutting up a storm, but we can't say nothing. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe she's taking all these dogs fishing. Oh my goodness. But all these horrible commercials I've been seeing that are so perverted, but we can't say nothing on YouTube. I'm gonna be watching some of those. These seems interesting. I gotta see what it got sound, but that's funny. Yeah, it looks like it would be funny. Somebody needs to do that with a bunch of cats too. That many cats. I wonder if people could even do anything with that. I think your grandbaby will love these too. Yeah. Well, my daughter doesn't let him get screen time. I will. Yeah. The only thing that I get is this his Gracie's Corner. I could play him a little bit if he gets grumpy and stuff, but other than that, that's why it's sort of so hard to have him sit around and stuff because he don't have nothing to watch. She doesn't want him watching anything. That's so cute. He's a supporter. Yeah, her dog. But yeah, that's another reason grandbaby always goes so wild and stuff because I have to keep him entertained. He can't watch anything. When Gracie's Corner's on, he's dancing and stuff like that. He enjoys some music, but I think because he wants to be looking at something, he sort of gets mad at it after a while. I still like do the Snoopy jazz in the background. He likes that. But I'm gonna start playing him like some of the music like on my phone or something where he doesn't see anything. But I swear he has to look at where it's coming from and then fixated on it, and then when there's no video up, he gets grumpy. So, uh, I know it's going to be a good thing in the long run, for him to grow up without being fixated on a lot of things when it comes to like electronics and stuff like that. But it is very rough for me because, like I said, he's a mama's boy. So of course, when he sits with me and the door shuts and he knows it's just me and him, he's like, "Where's the heck's my mom? I don't want you." Even when he comes in here and screams for me to sit up and wants me to hold him, he only wants me to hold him for like 2 minutes, and then he wants down, and he'll do that all throughout the day because he still wants me to pick him up and make sure he has to make sure I would pick him up, But most of the time he is zoom zoom away. Did you check out Gracie's Corner yet? Does he for the kiddos or the youngest one? I think he'll really like that. But yeah, the grandma started just sing a little tiny bit of beginning of words and stuff like that. It's gonna be so cute to hear him say, like I hear him forming some words, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what those words are gonna be. The words that he says when he's trying to tell somebody off. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what those are gonna be. But they're definitely forming into something. I still gotta do my little rest of my Easter order I was trying to do last night, but I stopped when I saw that I had no bank account. Shit. We gotta do that, order that tonight. But uh Desi, are you gonna take the kids? Wait, are you gonna take the kids to see Hoppers? Did you say it is? Hoppers? Oh, it's a movie coming out. Um so yeah, I still gotta finish that. I still gotta order that book. I didn't do anything today because I was, like I said, I was shook from the beginning of that happening, and then uh I'm just like frozen and you know, I don't know how else to explain it. But I did say I was getting off at the hour mark because nobody's on. It's been an hour and a half. And so it held Desi's comment. I don't know if it's going to come through, but it says, not sure what Sea Hoppers is. I think she meant to say see the Hoppers movie. I think the movie is called Hoppers that's coming out. Sea Hoppers the movie. What was why was that Desi's held? Not sure what Sea the Hoppers. What would Hopper be thought of as a bad word? I'm trying to think of Hopper. What would that be? Well, I have to see the preview, but yes, most likely. I'm trying to think about how Hopper could be used in a bad way. but I don't see. Alright, you guys, but I am going to hop off here. I appreciate you guys spending this time with me. Um, it's an animated movie, I think. I don't think I can YouTube just on one. Oh, yeah. But, hopefully tomorrow I'll feel better and we'll see more people. Um, if I feel like this, I just might just skip it. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It's sort of like, don't give up, but we'll see, you guys. I appreciate the time you guys have spent with me. If you're in the replay, please hit the like button. We only got 6 likes, but still that's something. But I do appreciate you guys greatly. Even the ones that listen and don't say anything. And I'll hopefully see you soon. Thank you, Winter Moon. You feel better too. Uh, you see 8 on your end? Really? Oh, okay. Alright, you guys. Good night. See you next time.